What would happen if I told you that the desire you think is lost hasn't disappeared? It's just asleep. And that the key to awakening it isn't in a blue pill, nor in an expensive clinic, nor in complicated therapy, but in a simple leaf that you've probably seen hundreds of times in your kitchen without paying attention to it. Let me ask you a direct question. When was the last time you woke up with that natural, spontaneous, powerful firmness, without effort, without anxiety, without doubts? Months ago? Years ago? Now imagine this. It's 10:45 at night, the house is silent. You take a dry, aromatic leaf, place it in your mouth, chew it slowly for 60 seconds, just 1 minute, nothing more. You don't swallow it right away. You don't turn it into tea. You don't do anything complicated. You simply keep it there, allowing its compounds to mix with your saliva. While unnoticed, something begins to activate in your bloodstream. It sounds too simple to be real. I know. Your rational mind is already looking for an objection. If it were that easy, I'd already know about it. It must be another trick. I understand that skepticism. It's natural, especially when you've tried supplements, vitamins, miracle remedies that promise vigor and only left frustration. But here's something almost no one has explained to you. The problem isn't your age, it isn't your masculinity, and it definitely isn't a lack of desire. It's blood flow, it's biological activation, it's a chemical spark that has slowly faded over the years without anyone teaching you how to reignite it. And the most surprising thing is this. The tool to do it might be hidden right now in your pantry, ignored for years, waiting for someone to tell you how to use it correctly. In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal to you why 60 seconds can make the difference between resigning yourself to a dull, intimate life or feeling that firm, natural, and secure pressure again that reminds you of who you really are. But first, I need you to keep an open mind because what you're about to discover isn't fantasy, it's biology. Allow me to introduce myself properly. I'm Dr. Natalia Ríos, a medical specialist in urology and male vascular health. For more than 17 years, I've worked directly with men over 40, 50, and even 60 who come to my office with the same silent concern. Doctor, something isn't working like it used to. I've dedicated my career to studying the male circulatory system, endothelial function, and the natural mechanisms that regulate erection and desire. I don't speak from internet theories or superficial articles. I speak from thousands of clinical histories, lab studies, hormonal evaluations, and very real conversations. Because what men confess behind closed doors is very different from what they show the world. Outwardly, they are leaders, fathers, entrepreneurs, confident professionals. But when they sit in front of me, the story changes. They talk about the fear of failing, the anxiety before going to bed, avoiding physical contact out of fear of not responding, how the desire is still there, but the body doesn't follow. And I want you to understand something right now. Due to some infractions, we can no longer upload content on this channel. Our team has another channel where you'll find the same topics. Please visit it, watch the videos, and subscribe to show your support. Thanks. I'm not here to sell you a magical solution. I'm here as a doctor, as a specialist, and above all, as an ally. My approach has always been the same. Not to force the body, but to understand and support it. Not to cover up the symptom, but to activate the biological mechanisms that sustain it. Male intimate health isn't a whim. It's a direct reflection of your circulation, your nervous system, and your hormonal balance. And when those systems are restored properly, the body remembers what it knows how to do. My mission is to help you understand how that process happens with clarity, scientific basis, and respect for your intelligence. Now let's talk about what's really happening inside you. Before continuing, if this topic is important to you, subscribe to the channel and leave your age in the comments. That way, I'll know who I'm creating these videos for and can help you better. I want you to be brutally honest with yourself for a moment. Not with your partner, not with your friends, with yourself. How many times have you felt that silent pressure in your chest when night comes? You lie down, the lights go out, and instead of feeling anticipation, you feel tension? Your mind starts talking to you. What if it doesn't work today either? What if I fail again? What if she notices I'm not the same? That voice is exhausting, and the worst part is you don't tell anyone. Maybe you've started avoiding intimacy without realizing it. You stay up watching TV a little longer, check your phone, pretend to be tired, turn to your side of the bed before she gets too close. It's not that you don't desire her, the desire is still there. What hurts is the uncertainty. Some men even start sleeping farther away. More space in the bed, more excuses, more emotional distance, and each small avoidance turns into an invisible wall. Then there's the cruel comparison. Do you remember when everything was spontaneous? When you didn't need to think? When firmness was automatic? When you woke up in the morning with that natural, potent, unquestionable signal? Now you wake up and the first thing you feel isn't energy, it's heaviness, fatigue in the body, mental fog, that sensation of having slept but not rested. You look in the mirror and don't see weakness, but you notice something different. Less spark, less drive, less hunger. And then the most dangerous thought appears. Am I just getting old? Is this normal at my age? Is there nothing I can do? Listen to me carefully. It's not your fault. It's not a lack of masculinity. It's not a lack of character. It's not that you've lost your essence. What you're experiencing is a silent biological process that happens slowly, year after year, without anyone explaining how to prevent or reverse it. Constant stress raises cortisol. Poorly slept nights lower testosterone. Inflammation affects your blood vessels. Circulation loses efficiency, and when blood flow doesn't respond with the same strength, the mind starts to doubt. Performance anxiety is brutal because it creates a cycle. One night you fail, the next night you're afraid. The fear blocks the response. The weak response confirms the fear, and thus the circle forms. But here's the truth I want you to feel deeply. Your body isn't broken, it's blocked. There's a huge difference between something damaged and something asleep. Many men who come to my office believe they've lost their vigor forever. And when we start working on circulation, rest, natural activation, their expression changes. Not because they become 20-year-olds again, but because they regain confidence, control, security. Desire doesn't disappear with age, it weakens when the body loses biological support. And when you understand that, the shame starts to fade. You're not alone in this. You're not the only one who feels it, and it's definitely not the end of your story. What you need isn't pressure, isn't forcing yourself, isn't hiding. It's activating what's already inside you. And to understand how to do it, we first need to talk about the true origin of the problem. Now, let's take the emotional weight off this and put it where it really belongs. In biology. Because an erection isn't an act of will, it isn't a test of character, it's a vascular phenomenon, pure hydraulics. Imagine for a moment that your body is a system of pipes. For years, the water has flowed with perfect pressure. The valves open, the liquid circulates, everything responds automatically. But over time, something starts to change. Not suddenly, not from one day to the next, but slowly. The main enemy has a name: decreased nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a key molecule that your body produces naturally. Due to some infractions, we can no longer upload content on this channel. Our team has another channel where you'll find the same topics. Please visit it, watch the videos, and subscribe to show your support. Thanks. Its function is simple but powerful. It sends the signal to blood vessels to relax and open. When you're aroused, your brain activates this chemical signal. Nitric oxide tells the arteries in the penis, relax, open up. Then blood rushes in forcefully, filling the cavernous bodies like sponges. That's all an erection is, controlled blood pressure within a vascular system. But after 40 or 50 years old, natural nitric oxide production decreases. And that's where the real problem begins. At the same time, endothelial dysfunction appears. The endothelium is the inner lining of your blood vessels. It's like the smooth layer inside a new pipe. When it's healthy, blood flows without resistance. But chronic stress, poor diet, lack of sleep, and constant inflammation damage that layer. It becomes rigid, less flexible, less reactive. Back to the metaphor, if your arteries were water pipes, inflammation would be the rust accumulating on the inner walls. It doesn't completely block the passage, but it reduces the pressure. The blood still wants to flow, the desire still wants to activate, but the pressure isn't the same anymore. Now add another factor, cortisol. Constant stress keeps cortisol levels elevated, the survival hormone. When cortisol is high, your body prioritizes fleeing, surviving, solving problems, not reproducing. In simple terms, stress is a direct enemy of desire. And when stress combines with fragmented sleep, the problem amplifies. Many men over 45 don't sleep deeply. They wake up in the middle of the night, get up to go to the bathroom, toss and turn. The REM cycle is interrupted. Do you know what happens during deep sleep? Your body produces most of its testosterone. If sleep is shallow or interrupted, hormonal production drops, and with less testosterone, libido decreases, along with energy and firmness. It's a silent domino effect. Less deep sleep, less testosterone, more cortisol, more inflammation, less nitric oxide, less hydraulic pressure. And thus the system loses efficiency. It's not that your desire has died, it's that the hydraulic system has lost pressure. You're not broken, your pipes need support. And when you understand this, something changes because it's no longer about shame. It's about circulation, internal chemistry, restoring flow. And here's where we get to the crucial difference between forcing the system or helping it repair from within. At this point, it's natural to think, so why not just take the pill and be done with it? Let's talk about that clearly and without drama. PDE5 inhibitors like sildenafil or tadalafil work from a medical standpoint. They achieve their goal. They temporarily increase blood flow by enhancing the effect of nitric oxide. But here's the key difference that few explain calmly. They don't repair the system, they just force it. Imagine you have an engine that hasn't had maintenance in years. The oil is dirty. The internal parts are worn. The system isn't in optimal condition. Now, instead of cleaning the engine or changing the oil, you install a turbo that forces it to run at maximum power. Yes, it will respond. Yes, it will accelerate. But you're demanding extra pressure from a system that hasn't been restored. That's what these pills do. They increase hydraulic pressure chemically. They don't regenerate the endothelium. They don't reduce chronic inflammation. They don't improve your sleep. They don't balance cortisol. They don't optimize natural testosterone production. They just amplify a signal. And when that external signal becomes the only support, something psychological starts to happen. The dependency isn't always physical, often it's mental. The man starts thinking, without this, I don't function. If I don't take it today, I'll fail. That anticipation generates anxiety, and anxiety alone can block the natural response. Plus, there are the side effects that some experience: headache, nasal congestion, facial flushing, a feeling of pressure. In most cases, they're not serious, but they're clear signs that the body is being pushed. I want to be very clear. I'm not against modern medicine. These tools have their place and can be useful under medical supervision. But if your goal is to recover real vigor, stability, and natural confidence, the strategy must be different. It's not about more pressure, it's about repair, repairing the vascular lining, supporting natural nitric oxide production, reducing inflammation, improving sleep quality. When the system is clean from the inside again, the pressure returns on its own. And that's where an alternative comes in that doesn't force the engine, but helps clean it from the base. The exact way to prepare and consume the leaf is explained in detail on our second channel. I recommend watching that video carefully because the preparation method is essential to activate its compounds correctly. The link is available below. Make sure to follow the method exactly as shown there. Due to some infractions, we can no longer upload content on this channel. Our team has another channel where you'll find the same topics. Please visit it, watch the videos, and subscribe to show your support.